Hi, I'm Wyatt Gaynor here with
Joshua Devlin.
and welcome back to Nauset News. First of all, we have a meet and greet with this year's new principal, Dr. El Sasser. He'll be available to meet and greet with students in the library during first and third lunch on Thursdays. Sitter wanted. An East Ham mother of a 9-year-old boy is looking for a sitter for him for about 4 hours a week. Interested students should contact Claire at 405-564-3811. Lower Cape Outreach Council Food Drive. Mr. Mylan and Mrs. Bentz are collaborating with Nancy Sweeney at the Lower Cape Outreach Council to create a great community service opportunity for our Nauset faculty and students. All grades will take part, as well as the entire Nauset community. Senior yearbook materials due. Just a reminder that all materials may be emailed to nausetyearbook19@gmail.com at any time. However, you must also fill out check-in sheet and bring to room B201 to assure we have received everything and all issues are resolved. That's it for the announcements, and now on to Josh with the lineup.
Thank you, Wyatt. Starting off is our top story, an interview with Mr. Fauché on Intro to Robotics. This interview is by Camden Fitchter and Maxwell Moran. Following is our High Five Student of the Week, filmed by Leah Baker and interviewed by Carson Winslow. Next is Sports, featuring Noah Zedzina and Richard Ramsey, followed by Things to Do with Alaric Sian and Nicholas Quanstrom. Talent Search will be on a woodshop student and will be conducted by Kai Cowell, Alex Birdsey, and Nathan Wallstrom. Student Council will be by Benton Niggle and College Notebook by Diane Williams. Our special report is on the Witness to War project with Mr. Bolton by Aidan Rhodes and Michaela Hutchinson. Matthew Campbell will run the Around the World segment, and the health tip on push-ups and sit-ups will be by Bihari Fear and Jody Morrison. And finally, our extra story will be by Camden Fitchter and Maxwell Moran. Thank you and enjoy the show. Happy holidays.
Hello, I'm Maxwell Moran here with the top story of the week. This week we will be interviewing Mr. Fauché, the robotics teacher, about the intelligent vehicles. So what kind of software do you use in this class?
There are a whole bunch of different types of software out there, and the one that I chose for this class is called LabVIEW, put out by National Instruments. It's an industry standard, so that students, after they graduate from this high school, can use this software in other places, other institutions.
Why did you choose Legos for this course?
Everybody is playing with Legos when they're kids, right? And so when they get older, they have fond memories of playing with Legos, and they still play Legos, and you can make all kinds of fancy things with Legos now. With all kinds of kits that they have. And I figure since students already have a familiarity with Legos and they have fun playing with Legos, I figure that when we build things, not too much time will be spent building the thing and more time can be spent actually programming. So the focus is on the programming, but the building is fun anyway.
What other things can you program with LabVIEW software?
The beauty of LabVIEW programming software is that it doesn't just help you build Lego projects. You can program other types of projects besides Lego projects. You can do a whole bunch of things. Scientists, engineers use LabVIEW programming software to run a whole bunch of scientific instruments. And one of the things that we did this semester is build an EKG. We were actually able to program something in a laptop using LabVIEW software so that you can actually put a sticker with a wire in one arm and a sticker with a wire in the other arm, and then the software would detect differences in voltage across your heart and actually do an EKG boop, boop, boop like you've seen on TV. So that's an example of using LabVIEW programming software to run scientific instruments. It's hard to follow directions in a PDF file that has a two-dimensional explanation. So to get around that, Will over here is using the Lego Digital Designer software, and he's going to show you how he made some new instructions to help us build the car with less difficulty. Take it away, Will.
Alright, so this is a Lego Digital Designer, and something that's very cool about this is that you use your imagination, you create 3D models with Legos, you assemble them in the program, and what that allows you to do is have better perception about depth rather than a 2D version of it, and you are able to zoom inside different places, rotate it, fit them together in different orientations. There are different wires and rubber bands and wheels and everything. There's gears. And if I go over here, you can see that once you finished assembling it, you can go to building guide mode, where you can see how to replicate it in, if you want to create it in a physical object, you can replicate it. And here you'll see instructions, if I go to the next page. And it tells you all the pieces that you need. And you can rotate it. Let's say you don't know where one of these goes because it's behind. You can see that it's behind and what orientation it is. And so, let's say you're a bit further ahead in the build, where it's a lot more complicated. You can see that you can rotate through all the different pieces here. And if it helps you, there's an animation when you're assembling blocks, so you can see different things fit together. And if we go further, you can see that we start assembling and putting together different gears. In the middle here you can see, and here you would have to rotate different pieces to fit them together, and when you get to the very end, you finally have your physical version of your creation. And that's pretty much it.
As you can see, the robotics class has been working really hard on these vehicles. With that being said, I am Maxwell Moran, and this has been your top story of the week. Now on to the next story.
Hello, I'm Nauset Zena,
And Richard Ramsey.
and welcome to this week's edition of Sports. The winter season is starting to get underway, so we have some results to report from some of our teams. The girls' hockey team lost their opening game to Barnstable by a score of 5-1. Despite the loss, the girls played tough, with Connor Boucher netting the team's only goal. The team will look to rebound with games against Pembroke and Marshfield coming up next on the schedule. The boys' hockey team won their home opener against Monomoy by a score of 3-1. Goals were scored by senior captain Miles Walther and junior Connor Still in the first period, while senior John Purcell added one in the second. Senior Ben Winslow contributed with 2 assists. The boys will look to keep playing well with games against Plymouth North and Stoughton on the horizon. The Nauset swim team performed well in the Bay Colony Conference relay last weekend, finishing 3rd overall. The foursome of Molly Rudman, John Zooks, Abby Riccardi, and Tim Johnson performed very well in the mixed backstroke relay, losing a close race to the first-place Nantucket team by 4 seconds. Congratulations to Nauset diver Delaney Smith, who set a school record while also qualifying for states with a score of 224.3. Next up for the swim team are meets with Bishop Connolly and Barnstable. Lastly, keep your eyes out for the cheerleading team this winter season. They returned to the courtside after approximately 6 years, with Kylie Shelley as a standout member to watch. Now over to Richard with some season previews.
Yes. In indoor track, head coach Maura Nobley will have her hands full this season. With nearly 80 athletes currently, the top runners include Izzy Nobley, Abby Farrell, Jake Pearl, Shavar Champagny, Finn Riley, Kara Moore, and Matt Cahill. Now over to girls basketball. Coached by Steve Wilson, who is the new head coach. This season, the girls are having a great year. So far, with starting lineup, Fran Gonella, Michaela Hutchinson, Reagan Meehan, and Skylar Sanderson. On to boys basketball, coached by John McCarthy, who lost his top player last season, Charlie Campbell. But this team is hopeful to get good effort from Bobby Joy, Abdel Talabi, Spencer Jones this season. Wrestling with Coach Ryan. Expect good participation from Ian Arvinson, Christian Bear, Aiden Hanville, and Spencer Granlund. Thank you. This is Nauset Sports with Richard Ramsey.
And Nauset Zena.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
I'm Alex Birdsie.
And I'm Kai Kogo.
And we're here with the Talent Search Student of the Week, Kaya Malali. He is a 9th grader and is currently in the woodshop class where he's making a cutting board.
So, Kaya, what type of wood are you using?
I'm using oak wood and ash wood.
What is the most challenging part of this project for you?
Working on it because I just watched Netflix pretty much.
It's a quality answer.
Who's it for?
My mom for a Christmas present.
Nice. How long is it taking you to make this?
Too long. It's taken me like 2.5 weeks.
Damn. How did you make it?
I cut wood into individual strips and then just put them together, glue them.
Nice. Here's Kaya's cutting board.
Basically what I did, stripped a bunch of pieces, glued them together. This is cherry wood, this is ash wood, walnut wood, and I sanded it pretty much, and here you go, this is the final product.
Welcome to the Student Council Report on Nauset News. I am Senior Class President Ben Niggle, and I serve as an Executive Board Member on the Nauset Regional High School Student Council. Our council recently fundraised and collected donations for the WCOD's 23rd annual Stuff-A-Bus. All in all, Stuff-A-Bus received over 29,000 toys and over $80,000 in donations. All gifts collected go to kids in need on Cape Cod, and all donations are used to purchase more toys for children in need. Student Council also hosted a Faculty Friday on Friday, December 14th. Faculty Friday is an event Student Council hosts 6 times a school year to provide a nice breakfast for our teachers and other staff members at the high school. Additionally, we gave out a handful of gift cards. These breakfasts serve as a way to show our appreciation to our Nauset High School faculty. This has been Ben Niggle with your Student Council Report of the Week. Now on to the next segment.
Welcome to College Notebook. I'm Diana Williams, and today I'm talking about Cape Cod Community College. Cape Cod Community College was founded in 1961 and meets the needs of Cape Cod's diverse population of young adults. In fact, community colleges are a great option for those who cannot afford high tuition fees and who need to work while continuing their studies. Cape Cod Community College provides bachelor's and master's degree programs for different types of courses to fit the requirements of each student. Popular programs include health professions and related programs, natural resources and conservation, humanities, business, and marketing. Plus, it also hosts free events for the community at its various galleries and art centers. That was this week's College Notebook. I'm Diana Williams. Thanks for watching.
Hello, my name is Nicholas Quanstrom, and I've been joined with
Alaric.
And today we're here for your things to do. Today I'll be doing movie reviews, and Alaric will be doing your events around the community. So I'll be reviewing 3 movies today: Green Book, Creed 2, and Ralph Breaks the Box Office. The internet. First, Green Book. It's a movie about a world-class Italian-American bouncer who becomes the driver of an African-American classical pianist on tour through different venues during the 1960s in the American South. I found the movie enjoyable. The movie knew when to be funny, and the movie knew when to be serious. And I think I enjoyed the movie. It did a really good job portraying the friendship that it was trying to portray. So I give it a 3 out of 4 stars. The second movie, Creed 2, is a movie about Rocky Balboa. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But he's tutoring the newly crowned light heavyweight champion Adonis Creed, facing off against Victor Drago, son of Ivan Drago. This movie tried to be an epic generations movie about like the master teaching the student or the apprentice. I enjoyed it for what it was, but it wasn't really pushing any boundaries. It wasn't really groundbreaking, so I'd give it a 2.5 out of 4 stars. And the third movie I'll be reviewing is Ralph Breaks the International Box Office. 6 years after the events of Wreck-It Ralph, Ralph and Vanellope, now friends, discover a Wi-Fi router in their arcade, leading them to the internet. This movie was jam-packed full of references to the internet, other Disney properties, and basically anything Disney owned, which is almost everything. So that being said, was it a good movie? Yes and no. I think it was enjoyable, but I think they spent most of their budget and most of their time on the references rather than the story. It's like, your classic case of sequelitis. So I give the movie a 3 out of 4 stars for that film. So that was your movie review, and now on to Alaric for your community events.
Thank you, Nick. My name is Alaric, and today I'm going to talk about all the fun activities you can do here in Cape Cod this weekend and throughout next week. So on this Friday, December 14th, Anna Glick, the pianist, is having a benefit concert for AFG, which stands for American Friends of Georgia. It's a nonprofit organization that helps the Republic of Georgia and builds shelters for the homeless people there. And the concert is the Sandwich Town Hall starting from 7 p.m. And she's a really wonderful musician, so you should definitely check it out. And Christmas is around the corner, so there will be a Christmas stroll in West Dennis on this Saturday. The event is happening along Road 28 from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And there will be a lot of Christmas decorations and probably free hot chocolate, as you might say. And another Christmas event is coming up on next Monday, the 17th annual Cape Cod Enchanted Village. It's from 5 to 8 p.m. at Cape Cod Resort in Hyannis. And it's good to spend some like family time there. And on Tuesday, there's another Christmas-related special food event at Cultural Center of Cape Cod in South Yarmouth. It's called Food from a Christmas Carol with Chef Joseph Sineski. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. So basically, the chef will serve you like all the food from certain Christmas carols, and there will be like turkey, sausage, oysters, like cake, etc. And I think it's really good opportunity to have like a fancy family dinner if that's what you're looking for.
Figgy pudding.
Yeah, sure. And it's really creative as well. So, but I do think you need to make reservations for that one. So please contact the Cultural Center of Cape Cod for more information. And on next Friday, December 21st, there's a show called A Holiday Winter Wonderland Wicked Awesome Balloon Show at Cape Cod Museum of Natural History in Brewster. Starting from 1 p.m. The ticket is $15, and you can also buy tickets online. There will be a lot of like award-winning balloon sculptures, and the show combines like balloon science and magic. So it's fun for all age groups. And that's it for the week. My name is Alexian, and I've been joined with
Nicholas Quastron.
And this is our things to do for the week. Thank you.
I'm Carson Winslow with your Hi-Fi student, Katie Sanborn, a member of the Honors Chorus. So, Katie, what makes Honors Chorus different than Concert Chorus?
Well, it's a lot of hard work. We're expected more of us, so like we have a lot more performances and assignments to do. So.
We hear that you've been singing for the community. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, so we've done one elementary school performance, and we're gonna do a couple throughout the season. We did Carols on the Green on the East Ham Green. We're gonna do some performances at the Senior Center, or a couple senior centers, and tomorrow we're gonna be doing a performance for the Nauset newcomers at Wellfleet Cinemas.
What do you love about the Honors Chorus?
Definitely the people. They like, they're really accepting, and yeah, they're really nice. So.
What do you have to do for the tryouts to even make Honors Chorus?
Most kids have to learn their part for the Star Spangled Banner, which they normally learn like their freshman, sophomore year. But since I didn't know my part, he just had me sing any song that I wanted. So
interesting. Speaking of the teacher, what is Mr. Ferris like as a chorus teacher?
He's really awesome. He expects a lot of us, but it's really nice, honestly. He's awesome.
And are there any upcoming events that everyone here should know about?
Yes. So December 19th is our concert. That's the entire music department. So.
Oh, that should be very interesting. All right. Thank you for having us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Here's a high five. I'm Carson Winslow, and we thank you for joining us today.
My name is Matthew Campbell, and I'm here with Around the World. On December 9th, it was a Singapore marathon that will go down in the history books. In a field of 50,000 runners, the Kenyans swept both the men's and women's division. But it was the fact that in the men's race, the Kenyans took the first 17 places, and 5 Kenyan women took the top 5 spots in the women's race, which is record-breaking because no one has taken the top 17 places from the same country. Anti-government protests have continued in Paris, with riots growing in numbers, causing shutdowns to popular tourist attractions. Public anger is geared towards President Emmanuel Macron, who is blamed for his high fuel taxes and problems with his leadership. The demonstrations started in November and have continued, with the public anger growing by the day. And finally, just in time for the holidays. In the city of Bethlehem and the West Bank, sources are saying tourism has recovered. Bethlehem is having its busiest Christmas season on record. According to the Palestinian minister, he says, "We have never received this number of tourists coming to Palestine. Hotel occupancy in Bethlehem is at 95%. This has been Matthew Campbell with Around the World. Have a good one.
Hello, I'm Axel Moran here with your report on the weather for up to Christmas. Most areas of Massachusetts will have a cloudy Christmas Eve with a high of 39 degrees, and on Christmas Day, partly sunny and a warmer temperature of 43 degrees. Looks like Vermont is your best bet for snow, as they expect some snow on December 21st. This has been your extra story. I'm Maxwell Moran. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Michaela Hutchinson.
And I'm Ian Rhodes, here with a special report. Today we're here with the Civics and Government teacher, Mr. Bolton, to talk about the Witness to War project that the freshmen are working on now. So what is the Witness to War project?
The Witness to War project is a ongoing civics project that the kids at Nauset High have been doing for a couple of years now, probably over about 10. Started by Mr. Mack. And they go out and they find a veteran and they interview and get the story about their participation in any war or conflict that the United States was involved in.
So do you have any purpose to the project?
The purpose is for students to get a good feeling of what it means to serve for your country. It's a civic responsibility and duty. It gets them in touch with really who is out there in the community.
Yeah. So what wars did most of the veterans you've had serve in?
Most veterans that I have seen on the website come from or have been in the Vietnam War.
Okay.
How long does the project take?
The project takes a couple months over. We roll it out in November and it goes until about the end of March. But it's an ongoing project, but they have time to work on it when they're in class and at home, and we break it up into segments so everybody's not overwhelmed with it.
What is the most interesting story you've had so far?
Well, everybody has an interesting story because everybody has played a different role in whatever conflict or war that they were in. But I think one of the most interesting situations was that we did have a veteran from Brewster who was in her 90s as a code breaker that was interviewed last year. And unfortunately she passed away right after her story was told. So it was a good thing that people have found her and got her story on record. So they can,
Okay. This has been Special Report. I'm Michaela Hutchinson.
And I'm Ian Rhodes.
And tune in next time for more Nauset News.
Welcome to the Health Tip of the Week. I am Bihari Fier.
And I am Jody M. Morrison.
Today we will be talking about the benefit of sit-ups and push-ups. Sit-ups and push-ups are an effective fitness option where you are in a hurry or don't have money for the gym. Getting tones is possible with these types of exercise. When talking about sit-ups, there are many different kinds. Start on your back with your knees bent and your hands behind your head.
As your body starts to move, squeeze your abs forcefully and lower yourself back down slowly. To work your oblique muscles, you can twist your torso, as you come up. Other ideas is to use a medicine ball which gets you stronger. For the push-ups, go into a plank position, put your hands shoulder width apart. Your body should be straight and your abs tight. To get the most out of your push-up, do at least 3 sets out of 8 to 12 push-ups. Be consistent is the key.
This is your health tip of the week. I'm Bihari Fear.
And I am Jody Morrison.
So we're here today donating cans to Lower Cape Outreach. Thank you to Ms. Bentz and Mr. Milan who put this together. It's a great success and kids are having a lot of fun.
Virtual. Oh my God. Okay, so congrats. Courtyard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's making a really small amount of it smaller.
I'm on this stuff.
College. Any other groups? Who are you guys from? Okay, what do you guys have? 25. Awesome. Little elf. Proud of your back. Thank you.
Ben, you guys get up closer,
great.
please. Burn your stuff. Our stuff is already in. Cece, our stuff is already in, so put it in. You're the same group. You're part of that. And you are a part of...
Cece. 58.
Doing a fund drive for the Lower Cape Outreach. It's this weekend, next week. Hopefully we get a ton more food next week as well.
Spiritual group. Get out of school and go do that. Time to get a bigger group. Hey, what group are you from? Yes. How much did you guys have? How much did you guys have?
Jody, you're going to 5.